Hello, I want to talk to you today about guided reading and about our book room. So I've tested everyone on their reading and I've come up with a reading level for every child. What I'm asking of you is to have your child read to you at least 3 times a week. If you can read more than 3 times a week, that would be wonderful. The more your child reads, the better reader they become. So I asked 3 books as a minimum, but if you can do more, that would be wonderful. Even though they have a reading level, I encourage you to have your student read on their level, but also you can push them to read books that are above their level and books that are below their level. For example, if a child was on level C and we were at school, I would have them pick a level C book to take home, but I'd also have them take home a level D book. And depending on where they're at with their level C, I might also have them take a B book home. So even though C is their level, it's okay to try to read books that are a little bit harder and books that are easy. Now, you might say, well, why do they need to read a book that's easy? Well, when your child is first starting to learn how to read, if they are hit with books all the time that are above their reading level and that are difficult for them to read and that they're stumbling through, a lot of times it's discouraging for your child. Now, it's important to read on their level because we want them to become better readers. And if they know all the words, it's not really helping them very much to move on to the next level. However, they need to have some successes. If they're really struggling with their reading, having them read a book that's easy will encourage them to keep trying even when the books are a little harder. So if you're finding that the books on their level are hard, you might want to go down a little bit and let them read something that might be a little bit easier. Now, we don't want to focus on reading something that's easy all the time, because if we do that, they will never see growth. But those little successes will help continue to push them forward. Also, you don't want to pick libraries that are too hard. For example, if I tell you your child is on a level C, do not go to level E and have them try to read an e-book. They're too hard and they're going to have more failures than successes in the book. And when you have more failures than successes when you're doing your reading, it puts a roadblock in the way, a mental roadblock. And so every time you present them with reading, they're not going to want to do it because it's too hard for them. They need to build up to that point. So there's an order that we do things in. And the reason why we do that is so that they can become better readers and to keep encouraging them to read. So again, it is okay to have them read an easier book. If they're finding they're struggling a lot, give them some success, have them read an easier book to you. Continue to work on their level, but allow them to have some success with an easier book. Do not put them on a book that is way too hard for them, okay? Don't go from C to E. If you're at C, okay, try the next level up, C to D. If they are struggling tremendously with the next level, then don't push it. If we push too hard, it actually does more harm than good. Okay? If you are finding that the level I assign to them is too easy for them, that means that you're not helping them. They're able to read through the book with no problems, or maybe only a problem or two, then that means that level's too easy for them and they need to go up. However, you are going to find in the library room some of the books might be easy for your child and some might be a little bit harder. It's just because when people are leveling, it's not always an exact science. You're looking at the words, the pictures, and each child is very different with their background knowledge and what they know. So if you have any questions or you're struggling with their reading level or the reading level I assign to them, please just let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. All right. Thank you and happy reading.